Archer and the Devil.
If I ran you a bath
Yeah.
and then pissed in it,
Yeah.
would you get in it?
Star Wars is the Fast and Furious of space movies. This podcast was that
So
good.
good.
I only had one beer. The Devil. Let's talk about pissing in the bath. Welcome to episode
31.
welcome to episode 31 of our podcast, Archer and the Devil. We are 1 year old today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday! Cheers! It's our anniversary show.
It is.
So why not start it with what seems
controversial,
contentious? Is that the right word?
Yes.
Topic.
Yes.
That is.
Pissing in the bath?
Do you piss in the bath?
No.
The actual question was. I was sat in the bath the other day.
Did you piss in the bath at that time?
Well, don't spoil the
Sorry.
mystique of things, right? We had been talking about doing a question and answer for the podcast.
Yeah.
And we asked you, our lovely listeners, viewers, fans, to send us questions.
Which you did, and we appreciate
Which
you.
you did, and we appreciate it. That's coming up in a future episode.
It
But
is.
I thought I'd do my own little
Quiz.
question and answer session.
One question.
One question. And I was in the bath at the time. And the question was, do you get out of the bath to have a wee-wee? Or a piss?
A wee-wee.
Piss, depending on, how grotesque you are.
I don't understand why that was a question.
Because anybody that says they don't lies.
No, they don't.
And
No, they
the
don't.
reasons are
You
this,
can't make such a broad statement.
Because
Anyone who says no is a liar.
it went out across Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
Right. And it was a 65-35 split to yes. Right.
I can't believe it was that close.
So it's roughly, say 60-40-ish. So it's nearly 50-50.
So you're essentially talking 4 out of 10 people.
So, 4 out of 10 people
3.5.
do piss in the bath. 6 people don't out of 10.
I'm in that 6.
So I did some research, right? Science bitch. I brought some science into it, right?
Yes.
And, these are the reasons why it's not as disgusting as everybody thinks.
This is.
Right? Because piss by itself is 95% water anyway.
Okay.
Right? To the point where, in scientific terms, it's not classed as toxic. Right? So there's some nasty bits in it, but you would get more ill drinking stream water than you
piss
would
water.
piss. Yours or someone else's.
Is that true?
Right, that's true. Because there's less bacteria in it.
Yeah,
There's
that
more
makes
bacteria
sense.
in stream water and rainwater,
Is
puddles, whatever.
Is that your piss? Or is
Doesn't
that
matter. Piss is
any
piss. Piss is piss. Most people's piss is 95% water anyway, right? 5%.
This is such a weird.
5%. It's quite an important topic. 5% is toxins, which aren't that bad for you anyway, because it's worse if you're in a stream, right? Drinking stream, which I have done. I drank stream water in Switzerland,
in
and it made me
Argentina.
ill for 3 weeks.
And Iceland. But I knew where to drink from.
I didn't. I just drank it because I thought it was
Outdoorsy.
Evian. Anyway,
Evian.
it was in the Switzerland. It was in the mountains. I could see the water. Anyway, so I did some research, right? Because I don't think it's that bad, right? I would be one of the 4.
You did some research because I was like, you're fucking disgusting.
Yeah. So I worked it out. Well, I didn't work it out. I did. So the average bath in the UK, this is UK based only, before you Americans start getting all fucking, we've got a massive, great big bath. We know, right? The average UK bath holds 160 litres to the top, right? Nobody fills their bath.
No.
So we'll say,
Because you displace the water when you get in.
on average, people use 80 to 100 litres of water.
Okay.
So we'll say 100, right?
Okay.
We'll go with, because it's an easy number. So
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
go
yeah.
100 litres. Piss has every time you're on average, the average human, and we know people piss more and some people piss less and blah, 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 blah.
We're on about averages.
Oh, the average person pisses 2 to 4 cups.
What? Okay.
Right, that's roughly, I can't remember what it was, but it was something like 20 millilitres or 20 to 40 millilitres.
A piss.
A piss.
A trip to the toilet.
There's 1,000 millilitres in a litre, and there's obviously 100 litres of water. So you're talking 10,000 millilitres of water in your bath, right?
Okay.
10,000 millilitres of clean, fresh, non-pissy water, right? Your cup, maybe 2, depending on if you have a heavy flow or not, would make up 0.0, what was it? 0.002% of that. Nothing at all. If you poured in a cup of red, 20 millilitres of red food colouring or dye into that bath, it would dilute it enough that you wouldn't even see it, right?
Would it?
Yes, because it's minuscule compared to how much water's in there. I might even do it as a test.
Do
right?
it.
I might do.
Do it as a test.
And I will show to you. But
Yes.
the point is, by the time you've pissed and it's diluted out to nothing, it doesn't matter.
I have some questions.
Okay, go.
Just because I've genuinely, I've never, ever in my life, in my 38 years, unless I was an infant and did it and didn't realise I was doing it because I was
Okay.
2,
Right.
never pissed in the bath.
Okay.
Never pissed in the shower.
What?
Never pissed in the shower. I don't understand why your face is that. It's such
What?
an obvious.
So,
Like to me, saying I've never pissed in the shower is just like, well, of course you haven't. Your face is like, what's wrong with you?
Correct.
And I find that weird.
why?
Because why would I piss in the shower?
Because it's the same as pissing in the toilet.
But don't you piss before you have a shower?
No always.
I'm not saying every time,
Why when I can do it in the shower and save time?
but nothing in the 2 minutes when I could have gone before it to me being in the shower. It's not like I'm like, oh, fuck. All of a sudden
I don't
need
do
to
it
piss.
every time.
But that wasn't my question anyway. My question is when you're pissing in the bath,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to discuss your penis now.
Okay.
Is it submerged at the time?
Yeah, you don't stand up to piss.
Right, that wasn't what I was assuming.
Oh.
Do you
Go on.
do you ever get it out and make like a fountain out of it, make a game of it? Or do you just go?
Let's go.
When you go,
Maybe when I was younger, possibly.
but when you're going, are you aware of like, I'm pissing in the bath right now?
Well, yeah, because you have to let go, don't you? I could hold it. I just choose not to.
But if you were reading in the bath, for example, would you just carry on reading while you're pissing yourself? Yeah. That's so weird.
Why? I mean, you're a different breed because you can't swim, right? So you've never been officially in a swimming pool for any great length of time.
I used to swim when I was a kid before I realised
or
I
the
couldn't.
sea. Or
It's been
whatever.
30 years.
So if you was in a... See, I can't answer these questions because you don't have the answer. If you're at the swimming baths, right,
Yeah.
which you're going to be... Oh, how often do you have a bath?
I haven't had a bath in 3 decades.
So again, it doesn't...
I shower
you're-
daily.
You're struggling to understand the concept.
I do shower daily.
I have a bath probably at least every other day and spend a good 3 hours in the bath.
Okay,
right?
no, I don't have a bath.
At least, because why not? You put the time and effort into running the bath. The water's hot. Make the most of it. I literally get out when the water goes cold.
I don't have baths because a height issue.
Yeah, I don't fit really.
If I had a bath big enough, I probably would.
Right.
Every once in a while. But also, I don't find from recollection, I don't find baths particularly relaxing.
I have to choose.
And I have
top
to
half or
shower.
bottom half.
Right, that's what I mean. And I don't want to have to make that decision. So I'd rather just go and sit somewhere warm but clothed
Nah.
and not wet.
Do you ever been to jacuzzi?
No, not in my life.
Really?
No.
See, that's the thing. If you go to swimming baths, right, and chances are you go to the swimming baths and you go swimming, regardless of what age, you're going to be there an hour minimum, right? Maybe 2.
Okay.
Right? From what I understand during my pissy research is when you get in a hot bath, you relax naturally. The water and the pressure on your bladder and your body makes
Right.
you want to go to the toilet. That's why you could piss before you get in the bath.
But still need
you get
to
in the
piss.
bath and you still need a piss, right? Majority of grown-ups can hold it till they get out. But also, I'd imagine not that many people spend 3 hours in the bath. So during that 3 hours, at some point, you're going to need the toilet.
Would you get out and piss and come back in?
See, that's the thing. Why? If you was in a swimming
Because,
pool...
okay, what if you need to piss 20 minutes into your 3-hour bath?
Straight away, go for it.
But then you're in 2 hours and 40 minutes of piss.
But you're not. You're in 2 hours, 40 minutes of massively diluted, already water.
If I ran you a bath
Yeah,
and then pissed in it,
yeah,
would you get in it?
yeah. Just swirl it around a little bit. Dilute it. Good to go. It's not going to affect me. I would guarantee if you swabbed me after I got out of a bath before I dried myself, there would be no traces of piss. Because there's that minuscule amount of it. There'd be no need.
All that shows to me is you're committed to our friendship more than I am. Because if you pissed in a bath and then went, get in it, I'd be offended.
I'd be like, yeah, sound. If you're in a swimming pool, right, you are not going to go swimming. God, shit, I need a wee. Get out, walk all the way to the changing rooms, go into the toilet, take a piss, walk all the way back, get back in the pool and continue your swim. You're just going to piss in the pool.
I was in a swimming pool
story.
in Thailand, in Koh Samui, and 5 of my friends had come over from the UK and met up with me in Bangkok, and we went on this island, and we were all in the swimming pool, and everyone was giving me lessons. This one girl from Belgium was so insanely hot, and it's really embarrassing when everyone else can swim, and I was just trying to like hit on her.
Just play it out cool.
So she was like, I can teach you. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, cool. Whatever you need to do.
Oh, morning.
But then there was a bit like obviously the shallow end of the deep end, and everyone was just chilling at the shallow end. And I think I spent most of my evening just sat with my feet in the pool.
Yeah.
I just remembered this. And then my mate, we call him Fat Man. He's a very fat man.
Okay.
I won't say his name.
Because Fat Man's way better.
And Fat Man, it literally is. When I introduce him, like, this is Fat Man, and then say his actual name. So you might not want to call him that because you don't know him well enough to.
Yeah.
But he came up to me one point and was like, I've just pissed in the pool. I was like, you fucking what? And shamed him so badly that he went, I didn't really, I was just joking. And I'm like, well, now I know you're not joking. But don't they put stuff in pools now? So if you take a piss, it's...
Apparently.
Do you not reckon they do that?
I don't. I've never known it.
No, you never pissed in a pool that been caught.
Well,
doesn't it like dilute the water colour so it comes out like dark blue?
I think it's like it just changes whatever's in it. But majority of swimming pools have chlorine in as well.
Would you shit in the pool?
No,
okay,
not on purpose. So they're basically self-cleaning, right? The swimming pools are to an extent they're self-cleaning. They've got chlorine in and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so they kind of self-clean. Obviously, your bath doesn't have it, but you water at home as a level of.
Do you shower after your bath if you piss in it?
I tend to shower after a bath anyway, just because. Tall people problems. I don't tend to have a bath to wash myself.
Yeah,
I have a bath to relax. So being 6'4" and getting enough water in the bath to cover yourself.
Yeah.
Try and wash your hair. It's like a fucking tsunami. You end up, it's all over the floor. It's all at the walls. It's just not practical to have a bath, to have a wash. So I will shower afterwards. But even if I'm not showering afterwards, I'll perhaps still piss in the pool, in the bath. It doesn't make no difference to me. But the point is...
Have you ever thought, like, I want to piss? Does it feel better? Does it feel different? Have you ever thought, I want to piss, I might want a bath? Like, no. I'm going to treat myself.
I don't run a bath just to piss. It's just, if I need a piss, I'll piss in the bath.
Okay.
I don't go with, I can't wait to have a bath.
If you were having a bath with a partner, would you piss in the bath then?
Just wouldn't tell him. Guess what? I just pissed in the bath.
Think about it again. Like, the only time I have had baths in the last 30 years, if it ever has happened, it's been with somebody else. And if I was lay with somebody in the bath and then they pissed, I'd be like, dude, that's over. It's over.
Well,
it's over.
If
the fact that you didn't even ask me.
We recently, I went down to a friend's house who's got a jacuzzi, hot tub, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
The in term currently is
that's
hot
become
tub.
a thing now, hasn't it?
Hot tub, not jacuzzi. Yeah. And the first time we all went round, it was, I need a piss. I'm going to have to, so you'd have to get out. It's cold. You have to get out. You'd have to put a towel around you or dry yourself to an extent. Walk through his fucking house, downstairs toilet, go for a piss, walk all the way back, get back in, clean your feet off.
How many times is that happening though?
If you're drinking in the hot tub, how often do you drink in a pub? How often do you go for a piss in a pub if you're on it?
More than you would do
20
at
minutes,
home.
every 20 minutes.
I mean, my bladder's not that weak.
So if you're in a jacuzzi with 5-6 other people,
I would rather you got a bucket in the corner and went,
in the bucket.
Yeah, I'll go and piss in the bucket and jump back in
but
again.
The thing is as well, what I noticed was towards the beginning of the night, or at the beginning, not towards the beginning of the night, that doesn't make any sense, but at the beginning of the night, people was getting out, going back, getting out, going back.
But the drunker they got.
Nobody got out for 2 hours, including myself, and I'm like, everyone's pissing in this jacuzzi.
How many times did you piss in that jacuzzi?
I couldn't tell you.
Roughly.
Multiple times.
So if everyone else has multiple times, there goes your 0.00002.
Oh, that's a different story. And that recirculates
and that's hot, bubbling piss.
Yeah. But also, I think it goes through filters and stuff as well, so it kind of cleans it. But you've probably got...
How much is enough, really?
500 litres, and you've got 6 people in it.
I definitely learned something new about you. Because in 24 years of friendship, didn't know that you piss in the bath.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just one of them.
That I get.
But that's worse.
So we did it anyway. We went on to, so basically Jay pissed in the bath is the lesson here.
But the point is science. I brought science into it to prove to everyone, look, Stop lying that you don't piss in the bath, because I know you do.
I don't. Yeah, but it's okay.
If it was anonymous, I bet you it would be a very different fucking argument. It's only because I could see
35% said yes, and that wasn't anonymous.
I bet you I could see, because I could see people's results. They was like, oh shit, he might call me out on it, so I'll say no. But
was there anyone that shocked you?
my mum. There was, to be fair,
that she did or didn't.
The most of the people that said they do piss in the bath
With
was
dudes.
blokes.
Yeah.
There was two women that said they do, and one of them was my mum.
The reason...
Sorry to piss shame, mum.
The reason I think...
But I mean, she's old.
Oh,
do you know
your
what I mean?
mum's a lovely lady
out.
as well.
Maybe she couldn't get out. She's old. You know what I mean? It's one of them.
But I think the reason more men...
say she's incontinent. That's not what I'm
right,
saying.
It wasn't what you were saying. But I think the reason more men do is because men are gross.
Men don't care.
Men are grosser than women are.
I've sat in the sea and been sick on myself and not moved. It is what it is.
The sea's different. I mean, I wouldn't piss in the sea either. But if I did, I'd get it because there's like fish pee and whale pee and fucking...
So you wouldn't piss in the sea?
Plant. I'd still rather
still
not.
get out?
Well, no, because I'm still essentially, for a good few minutes, if I pissed in the sea, I'd want to swim straight away from it.
You're fucking something wrong with you.
I'm the weird one.
So
I'm the weird one.
Thousands, millions of litres of water, and you're like, it's okay because animals piss in it also, which would make you think you wouldn't get in for that reason. I can't get in there because all the animals piss in it, but I'm going to stand in it anyway, but God forbid I piss in it. That'd be a step too far.
But I just, the idea of pissing yourself, I don't want my body to ever think it's okay just to go. Because I don't want, when I'm too old to make it to the toilet on time, I've got years of practice now of holding it in all circumstances.
Treat yourself.
That's not how I treat myself.
Piss in the shower.
That's not how I treat myself.
Top tip though.
Isn't it worse?
Don't piss in the shower as you're about to get out. Always do it at the beginning, so then the water can wash it away and filter down.
Like, doesn't the smell? Because it's hot.
There's no smell. Unless there's something wrong with you, which then you've got bigger issues.
Yeah, but you know when someone smells like piss?
Yeah, but that's because it's dry on themselves. Not in water.
That is true.
That's if you've pissed on your shoes will smell of piss. But if you're doing it in the water, it's just diluting it.
That's a fair argument. I'm still not going to piss in the shower or bath.
I think everybody should let me know in the comments below if you've treated yourself after listening to this podcast.
I like how you call it treat yourself.
It's like having a sit-down wee. Treat yourself.
I've never done that either.
What?
I don't think. Maybe I'm not living right.
It's because you don't live... If you lived on your own as a single man in your own house and it's only you cleaning up your own piss that inevitably goes all over the floor.
I was going to say...
You just sit down.
I just don't think brown people do it, but then Indians defecate in the street. So in India, not just everywhere. If there's a guy in your neighbourhood, I don't think he's just shitting on the corner. He might. But that's a him thing, not an Indian thing. True.
But if you're at home and you know what bloke sticks are like, sometimes you get that sprinkler and it goes fucking everywhere.
That's the worst.
Just sit down. Eliminates everything.
The worst is after sex piss.
That's what I'm saying.
After sex piss. Women don't know this. I don't think women know this. When you go to the bathroom after
and you're still a bit...
there's no guessing.
No, it can go that way.
And you pretty much... The thing is, generally, because it never goes... You're right there, attacking yourself. It never goes the way you want it to go. So you have to make a quick movement.
And then it goes the other way.
And then, the worst is when there's two streams.
That's what I'm saying. If you sit down, eliminates everything.
But also, so when you piss... We're about halfway through this podcast and all we've talked about is piss so far, but there we go. Do you hit the bowl, hit the water, or alternate?
Oh, good question. Probably water. Straight down in the water.
I alternate.
Why?
I start water, but then make some motions.
This is what you make a mess.
Mess around. No, because it's all in the bowl.
Not always.
I'm not saying I go...
There's a few stray drops.
I'm not saying hands on hips and just...
You know what I mean? Do the hose pipe. I reckon there's still a few stray drips. And it's because you're not cleaning the toilet. That's what it is. If you was cleaning the toilet, there'd be no fucking piss dance.
I'm not saying... I don't do a piss dance. I'm just saying you generally kind of like...
to me look like...
It's a motion of 8. That's what I'll go with.
It looks like a piss dance to me. It looks like you're doing a piss dance.
So on our Instagram, we did after that do a Q&A.
We're moving on from piss now.
I think we've pretty much... We need to.
Well, let me know. Let me know what you guys think.
You can let him know.
Let me know.
So we run a poll. A poll?
See, I had this argument with myself as well. Is it a poll or is it a poll?
I say poll.
Yeah, but it's spelt poll.
It's spelt poll.
But a pole is like a metal pole.
P-O-L-E.
Yeah. But a pole is
P-O-L-L.
pole. But why is it pronounced pole still?
I'm saying poll.
It's pronounced pole,
Then I'm
but it's
saying-
spelt wrong. It makes no sense.
Fucking English
Why can't we
language.
be more American where it's like catchphrase in it?
Yeah.
Say it how you see it.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's what we need.
That sounds like it should be spelt this way. That's good enough for me.
There were some controversial answers.
Well, there was some controversial questions.
Well,
Go on.
Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Star Wars won by 53%
Bullshit.
to 47.
Absolute
I
bullshit.
voted Star Wars.
Bullshit.
No.
Star Wars is the Fast and Furious of space movies. It's bullshit.
We're going trilogy against trilogy here.
It's absolute
We're not going
nonsense.
extras. We're not going The Hobbit. We're not going
So
prequels.
you've got effectively two fantasy
Yeah.
films, right? Even if films, whatever you want to call it, fucking franchises, however,
Yeah, yeah,
right? One's set in space, one's set in a fantasy land,
New Zealand.
right? Star Wars is bullshit because it doesn't really explain anything.
What doesn't explain?
I watched a film of Star Wars. Couldn't tell you which one. Didn't care that much.
Okay. There was
This
like
guy
11 of them now.
spent the whole fucking film looking for something. I don't know what it was. It was something, right? The film ended and never found it, right? That was the end of the film. 2 fucking years later, the next one comes out. Same girl starts looking for this thing. She goes, oh, well, he was last known to looking over here. Just like with the sand. There he is. And I'm like, what the? He spent fucking 2.5 hours 2 years ago looking for this thing. You've just stumbled into his spaceship and tripped over it.
I think I know what you mean.
It was bullshit. I'm
that's a
like,
newer
what the
one.
absolute nonsense.
But the problem with Lord of the Rings
It's almost real time.
is that the eagle, yeah,
It's that long.
is that at the end, the eagle takes them there anyway. So why not just call the eagles at the start to take them
Because he
there?
was asleep. He's nocturnal. But everything in the Star Wars movie is like, yeah, but it's space. Okay.
And it's a galaxy far, far away.
That could happen. Why? Because it's space.
And it's a galaxy far, far away.
Okay. So why? Because it's space.
Let me say this: the first Star Wars film is shit. A New Hope,
They're all
New
fucking
Hope
shit.
is a shit film, and I'm sorry, but it is a shit film.
And there's the other thing.
But-
is it the new one or the old new one?
But-
or the first one or the second first
I get
one?
that.
What?
But as a film, even now, I think what it is, I watched it as a kid, and I remember me and my sister used to we were Luke and Leia, and we used to kind of get
I was never into it.
sticks and potentially.
I had the
lightsabers.
toys because there was toys,
Yeah.
not because there was Star Wars. I had the little thing that walked. You had the little things on the back, and it walked along.
The AT-AT.
I had the big fucking spaceship thing.
Millennium Falcon.
Down for that.
Down for that.
Whatever.
The thing is, ultimately,
Films.
I will admit,
I haven't even watched them all. Don't care.
about that one, I don't care that much.
Trash.
This one is the one that got me.
Lord of the Rings is, for a fantasy, it's more believable.
Okay, I don't care anymore. Thin crust pizza,
Yeah.
57%.
Yeah.
Deep pan, 43.
Because that's right. Don't do a mic drop. That's right.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
When you buy a sandwich, right, do you ask for 1 thin slice of ham and 2 massive slices of bread? Or do you want a nice bread to topping ratio?
That's a good argument, actually. That's a better argument than all the other bullshit I've heard so far.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But no.
You don't go, oh, I love that sandwich. Why? Because it was all bread.
No.
It's not a sandwich. It's just, you
No.
don't buy a pizza to eat the bread with a little bit of tomato sauce
It's
on it.
not bread.
Well, dough. It is. It's just cooked differently.
It's special.
You have, or do you want a pizza that's the toppings that sits on the bread? That's the base. That's the carrier.
Look, I've been to Florence, Rome, Milan, Genoa, Como, and tried pizza in all of them. I think a couple of other places as well. Italian pizza, controversial. It's shit.
It's all thin crust
It's shit.
because it's traditional. It's how it should be.
It's shit.
Thick crust is an American thing.
New York pizza.
It's an American thing.
New York
Why is that?
pizza.
Because they're all fat fuckers.
New York pizza.
Not everyone.
Lombardi's especially in New York.
This is why they have an obesity problem in
And
America.
then the Chicago town
because
pizza.
there's, you know what this needs? More calories.
Well,
we
no,
can't
because,
put more
okay,
toppings
I
on, so let's
understand
triple
what
the
you're
size
saying,
of the bread.
but I'm not saying you should have pizza every day. I'm saying if you treat yourself like you do when you piss in the bath, right? You treat yourself to a slice of pizza.
I feel bad for saying all American are fat fuckers. That's not true.
It isn't true.
The stereotype of the American is obese.
I know plenty of athletic
And me.
shaped
Majority,
Americans.
most of them are in shape more than out of shape. I
How
didn't
did you hit
I didn't
both
mean
of
to
them?
press that.
It's the fact that you hit
There
the
we
drum
go.
roll
Yeah.
and
Not everyone in America's fat,
it was conflicting is what it was.
but I apologise for
Yeah,
that. But
because Chicago Town is the pie. That's a massive one. That's one where it's like, it's essentially...
yeah, but that's good topping to pastry
Yeah, that's
dough
true.
ratio.
It is the same throughout.
Because it even has a side on it
Yeah.
to keep more topping
Yes.
in.
But no, New York all the way. And the thing is, part of me looked through the results of this and thought, if I could find anyone who matches my results, I'm going to marry them.
So you should have said
No one did.
thin crust. So you should have said
Italian
You should have
or
said
New York.
pizza or New York pizza because they're the two choices.
Italian pizza or New York pizza.
No, not really.
That's what it is now.
I usually have. If I go to Asda, you know, you can pick your base.
Oh, they're not that nice.
Deep pan, thin crust. I always go stone baked. I always have a stone baked pizza.
Stone baked is a different matter.
I do have a stone baked.
Stone baked is quite nice.
Yeah.
Netflix or Prime. Netflix 81%.
Yeah, because there's fuck all on Prime.
And it's Amazon. Cider or beer? 51% cider, 49% beer. That surprised me.
Well, we're one of each.
We are
I'm
one
a
of
cider
each.
drinker.
I'm
like
a beer.
beer?
I've drank. Well, we discussed this before. I haven't drank cider in like 20 years. City or nature break? City was 22. Nature was 78.
What did you say, nature?
Nature.
I said city.
I thought you would.
There's too many creepy crawlies.
I don't mind the creepy crawlies.
I do.
I don't like them.
My old garden that I used to have had like a garden, like lawn, and at the back of it was like a wooded area that was like all just let it run wild. And it was massive. And I didn't like going up there because I didn't know what was up there.
Really?
That was my own fucking garden.
I think as I've got older, I've got more tolerable to it.
Imagine me in the woods,
I remember
like camping or something.
When I brought my pub and I had to go down and clean the cellar, I had to walk through 50 spider webs.
I don't mind
walls
spiders.
of them.
I just don't like things. Like if the grass was too long,
It's
I
not
didn't like
knowing.
walking through
It's
it because
for
it
not-
shit's touching my
it's
leg.
for
and I
not knowing.
Don't like it. So why don't go in the sea? Because I don't know what the fuck's in there.
I don't because I can't swim. Marvel versus DC. Now, this was obviously because I used Avengers and Justice League for the images, but put Marvel versus DC. And one friend has been in touch and said, this is unfair. I'm picking Marvel because Avengers is better, but as a franchise, I prefer DC from comic books. So I went DC, but will agree the Avengers and
But as a whole,
Marvel films are better.
as a whole, you
as
could pick
characters-
Marvel will always win that because you could pick.
DC.
But really, you could pick how many different
Batman.
characters. But that's it.
That's
With
what you
Marvel, you've got all
Joker.
these different films that you can watch. DC, you've got out of the whole clan, you've got maybe 2 or 3.
No, because who knew about Guardians of the Galaxy really before the film came out?
Yeah, but that's not the point.
It is the point.
But
Because
it's
there's-
still a good film.
But I'm sure DC have got a bunch of other shit that they could make films of, but just haven't.
I could name you pretty much all of the Avengers characters, but I couldn't name you all of the DC universe.
Yeah, but the Justice League you could.
Not really.
It's like Aquaman, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Flash,
Don't know where that last two.
and Green Lantern. I think someone else as well.
Wouldn't know them.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. But out of them 6,
Yeah, but
how many of them have got good
could
films?
you have named all the Avengers before the Avengers film came out?
Well, no.
There you go. Because the film. So, but if we're talking
Yeah, but they're
overall,
all good films.
I will
Green
admit-
Lantern was a dog shit film.
Here's the thing. I honestly don't care with this one. I don't care who you pick. It's just
It's a win-win.
There's no wrong answer. It's just preference.
This is for me.
Okay. I said DC. so
I
that's
have to be
wrong for you.
right, so-
Michael Jordan versus LeBron. 74% said MJ. 26 LeBron. I think that's an age thing.
I just picked Michael Jordan because I don't really know that much about
I
either.
picked MJ because he's
Michael Jordan was in
go.
Space Jam, so
Space Jam 2's out this year.
I'll pick that.
With LeBron.
Is it? Oh, there you go then. So that might ask that question again, and it might change.
Billie Eilish, Phoebe Bridges. Billie Eilish got 72%.
I don't know who Phoebe Bridges is.
I think a lot of people had that. You will soon know who Phoebe Bridges is. She's getting bigger. She was on SNL this weekend.
Is she as
she's
good
gone.
as Billie Eilish?
She's fucking amazing.
Is she as emo?
She's
A different type of emo.
a different type of
Right,
emo.
okay.
She's very
More
much,
or less?
Oh, more.
Oh, really?
More.
Oh, shit.
More. She sings very, very sad songs.
Oh, no.
But I
is she the
love...
Coldplay of the emo world?
No, way better. More credibility than that.
Oh, okay.
But I love Phoebe Bridges. And I
Is she
think-
like a female version of Lewis Capaldi?
No, I don't think she's that... She'll never hit that level of mainstream, I don't think.
Because he hasn't got any fun songs.
He hasn't, but as a person...
This is what I don't get. Like, he couldn't be any two polar
But
opposites.
every time I see him interviewed, I'm like, you can't be you singing.
can't be.
It can't be.
If you literally had said nobody and go, well, this is him, and they go, fuck off, mate.
I love that he described himself as the Scottish Beyonce. Like,
But she doesn't sing that many sad songs.
No.
Maybe we should get him on the podcast.
oh, I'd love him to. But yeah, Phoebe Bridges should have won. And I think if I ask that question again in a year, Phoebe Bridges will
If
win.
anyone knows Lewis Capaldi,
Yes,
please
get him in
at
touch.
him.
Apple versus Android was 67-33. I think that's just whatever
To
device.
Apple.
Yeah. But I think that's just whatever device is in your hand. You're going to go with that one.
True.
I think that's literally all it is.
Well, obviously, because that'd be your preference at that time.
Right.
You're not going to have an Apple and then go, well, actually, I prefer Android.
Yeah.
So it is literally
Yeah.
just...
It's called Apple. Yeah, I'll go with that one.
whatever.
Socialism versus capitalism. Socialism got 94%.
Right.
Capitalism, 6.
Oh, right. How many votes was for the capitalism?
2.
Oh.
And one of them
Was me.
was you. And part of me thinks you did that just to go, fuck him. That'll piss him off.
Part of it was the Jeff Bezos
Picture.
theory.
But I put Jeff Bezos and Bernie Sanders up as like the figurehead of each.
Couldn't be any different. But yeah, one's a politician, one's a businessman. But you know, it's not like you trying to sway the votes.
One's I'm not trying to sway votes.
I mean, you are.
Who would you put up for socialism?
I don't know what it means. So
Who would you? We discussed it on episode.
It doesn't mean I know what you're talking about. That's all I've heard. Socialism, capitalism, Marxism, fucking leftism, rightism. Shut up.
Too many isms.
Just shut up.
Too many isms.
Just let me live my life.
You can live your life.
Just let me live my life. If I want to buy shit off Amazon, let me. End of story.
I do get proper ranty at people.
It's just
I get
you
really,
just
and I
gotta
do
accept
apologise
it.
if you use Prime at all, and I'll give you shit for it.
You've just got to accept it,
I am going to give you shit for it though, but just accept. Just let me have my rant and then carry on with your life.
But it's no different. You use eBay. You could say, well,
We're not doing this. We've got.
They've took the monopoly
we
of
literally
online
have.
auction sites.
We have an episode. It's number 17 dedicated to this conversation, or it was number 18. Let's not do this again.
It wasn't. That was dedicated to Jeff. It wasn't about the argument for and against.
No, because I was against and you were for, so it was.
You was very. You didn't even want to listen to my numbers. That's how
Don't
against
care.
it you are.
Don't care. Fuck Jeff Bezos.
He's quit now, hasn't he?
He has quit. Well, he's got
Step down.
He's got a better role, if anything.
Yeah.
Because now he's like, I don't want you to do that. But you go get all the hits. You go get all the headlines. You get all the shit, and I'm just going to keep getting richer off the back of it. It's in his company.
Winning. Of course it is.
So, fuck Jeff Bezos. But yeah, he has quit. It's also, today is...
Are we done with the questions?
That was it.
Oh, okay.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Well, it's not because it's Wednesday. Congratulations to the winners. On screen now.
No, wait, do both. Congratulations to the Bucks.
The Tampa Bay
Chiefs.
Buccaneers.
Oh, okay.
Well done.
Do it again. Do it again, because that was awful.
That was awful.
You do one, I'll do the other one.
I'm not going to edit this, by the way.
No,
This is
just
all
do it
in.
again.
Okay.
Who are you doing?
I'll do the Chiefs.
Okay. Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Congratulations to this year's winners, who was...
Am I going first? Okay.
Yeah.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
The other ones.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Woo! Who did you want to... That one. Oh, no, that one. There we go. Who did you want to win?
I want...
Which one does Tom Brady play for?
Bucks.
That's who I want to win.
So, yeah, I don't want Tom Brady. I don't care either way. I want a good game. I love Super Bowl Sunday. It's almost like a part of our history.
It really
Because
is.
for years, for fucking years,
For at least 10 years.
about a month before,
Yeah.
I'd be like, Super Bowl time.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, oh, sweet. Let me
mean,
know where you're going. I'm there.
Coming to watch it. And then I go, oh, and then the Corys would stay open all night, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Till like 4
To the
a.m.
sports bar in our town.
And they'd be like, yeah, I'm going. I'd be like, I'm coming. And then it'd come to like 6 o'clock Sunday night. And I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm not coming. I'm going to bed.
Every year.
I'm going to bed.
I think 1 year you came for the first half.
You would think I would even just book the day off,
Yes.
like work the next
And I
day.
told
but
you.
even when I'm not working, I just can't be
I would always tell you as well, book the Monday off. It's going to be
Yeah.
a late one. Come down. And every year I'd ask you. Every single year I'd invite you.
I had a memory come up on my Facebook the other day, and it was I'd got all the food out, I got a pizza, I got all the spread, the beer, everything to watch Super Bowl, but I was at
firstly-
home.
Oh, right.
I was still at home. I don't know what happened.
I get full out. Like I said, I'm a Giants fan, New York
Yeah.
Giants fan. So every year I rep my Giants jersey, put my black lines on my face.
Yeah.
Don't care where I go. I can watch it at home by myself. Or I can watch it in a bar with 50,000 people.
Yeah.
I'm going the same. I'm representing.
That's a big bar.
It's a big bar. It really is, actually. I go to the games at Wembley. I went to the one at Tottenham when they had the first one there the year before last, because COVID last year. I fucking love the NFL.
So who do we want? Who do we want? Who's Tom Brady?
He's the Bucks, and then Patrick Mahomes is off. They won last year. The Chiefs did.
The Bucks is Tampa Bay.
Yes, because he was at the Patriots for years.
That's right.
1-6 there, left, and then
And everyone was like,
year,
he's bailed, he's shit, he can't do it, and now they're straight back
first
there.
year there,
Yeah.
he's got him to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and isn't he a lot older now than the other guy, the other
Yeah, so
quarterback?
but I think Mahomes is like in his early 20s.
But he's pretty good as well, isn't he?
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it should be a good game.
Should be a great game. Yeah, it's two great quarterbacks against each other. One with a legacy, one who wants to make a legacy. So, and they've both got rings. They both won already.
Oh, have they?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
because they won last year.
Yeah, but whereas he's won 6, I think 5 or 6.
Is that the most? Is he like the most?
Yeah, he's the most
As
decorated.
they would say in America, the most
GOAT.
winningest.
The winningest
Fucking hate that word.
quarterback. Is that actually
That's what
they
they say.
Really?
And it's an actual word because I've Googled it.
Right. You have to that can't
Because
be real.
so many Americans say it is the most winningest. A lot of the Jared who we had on,
Yeah,
he
the
says it a
handler.
lot. The most winningest drift driver, and I'm like,
Can you not?
is winningest really? Are we really?
Can you not?
not just say has won the most?
The most successful.
Most successful.
Yeah.
What winningest? It's such an American word.
The things I have heard Americans now describe their language as American
Rather than English.
rather than English.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but some of them will
Yeah.
be like, "Do you not speak American?" It's like, oh, fucking what?
It's just winningest. It's
I'm
like,
really,
ugh.
I like language. I really value language as well. So when people do shit like that, I'm just like, can you not?
And you Google it, and it literally says an American term
Yeah.
for successful or person that's won the most.
Yeah.
And it's just a lazy way of saying it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's and also, is it gutting? Oh, it's a bit gutting. Instead of saying I'm gutted,
Oh,
they say gutting.
I do like how whenever you tell an
Pisses
American
me
story about when you're drunk and you're like, dude, I was pissed. They're like, why were you so angry?
Yeah.
Like, no. I was
Because you
drunk.
hear it in films, don't you? Like
Yeah.
young kids going, "Oh, I'm pissed," and you're like, "But what?" Oh, no, okay, it's a different.
But yeah, there it's anger, here
There
it's
was
drunk.
what was I reading earlier?
And smashed as well. Smashing over there generally means fucking, whereas smashing here generally means you were drunk.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I was
There was
smashed.
I seen a thing. I probably should have got it up. It was what an American woman finds weird about England.
I saw that. She lived here for 10 years.
Yes, and she was like, "Why do you all love beans on toast?
I don't get that.
When there's so many better
Combinations
snacks that you
of
can
food, yeah.
have." She's like, "I don't understand.
I don't understand that.
She said most of the arguments seem to be around queues,
Yes.
people queuing, but if they complained as much to the person that they had the issue with as they do to everybody around them,
I never get that. I remember
it would just get fixed.
There's a girl I used to follow, well, I still follow her now, we're friends on Facebook, and she used to always post on her morning commute to work, oh, there's a guy fell asleep on me, this guy's doing that. I'm like, just tell stop, rather than telling your 500 friends and doing nothing about it.
I had a shit cup of coffee with Costa this morning.
I am
Okay.
always, the reason I probably don't moan about people with individual acts on Facebook, because I just tell them.
Yeah.
So if some
Yeah.
dude falls asleep on me, if he's really tired, I'm like, cool, just get in there. I'll cuddle him, I'll stroke his hair, you know what I mean? But like, generally, if someone's doing something which they shouldn't be doing or I don't want them to do, I'll be like, can you not? Is that,
What was it? It was
can
like,
that not be your thing?
there's two things that people most say the most about. It's, I had a bad dream. Immediately, they ask,
Do you have
how
some
much
cheese?
cheese have you
Yeah,
had?
yeah. Which is true.
Which is true.
Because we were told from a very young age, if you eat cheese
Yeah,
too
it'll
late,
give you nightmares.
Right.
There was something else, and I can't remember what it is, but it was pretty.
Shall I try and
fucking-
find it?
It was pretty funny, but I just saw in most of the stuff that she was saying. I was like, it's so true.
Yeah,
with
no,
there's
it
so
is.
many different, like we just said about Paul and Paul. There's so many different things,
Nuances and stuff like
Like
that.
with the word woman, it's
Yes.
spelt the same, but you can say it as women.
Yeah.
But there's no difference. It's not an E. It's still an O. It's the same spelling, but it's women or woman. But it's the same thing. It makes sheep. 1 sheep, 10 sheep. They're all sheep. It's fucking crazy. But then for there, you've got 3 different spellings. It's like, why can we have 3 of the same
Oh,
word?
but-
Or your, and your. But sheep, it's just 1, regardless.
There was one thing she put about people raising the tone rather than saying bye, they go, bye. Which is true.
I have
But
noticed
go-
Americans don't say bye.
I hate when people,
They don't.
My sister does that. When my sister's done talking to you, she just goes.
My
I'm
mate
like,
Danny,
"Hello? Bye.
all the time. I'll be
hate
like,
it.
okay. I'll be like, all right, mate, see you later. Then he's like, yep, and just puts the phone down. Rude.
That annoys me because it always happens in films. You always see it in films. And another thing that bothers me in films is when people send a text message to their mom and there's no previous messages.
It's a different argument.
Like that just annoys me.
Do you know
yeah.
what other saying really fucks me off?
What?
To say I was so-and-so was an understatement. It really pisses me off, that does. To say I was surprised was an understatement. Just say you're surprised. Look, I didn't at no point think that you was
I
over-exaggerating.
wonder if I've ever said that on the podcast and you've like secretly eye twitched to just carry on.
No, you haven't, because I would call you on it. I
Right,
fucking
okay.
hate
The
it.
one that gets me the most is when people say it at the end of the day.
It gets dark.
Just say ultimately.
Have you noticed
If you say ultimately, it's the same thing. You sound way less common.
I say it as well a lot, and people, and I've noticed Americans are saying it more now as well. To be fair, or to be honest,
I say that.
they never used to. That was never an American thing.
I hate saying it though.
It was always a British thing.
I hate when people say fair, or like if I'm like, if someone's like, "What you up to?" and I say something like, "Oh, fair enough," and I'm like, "Fair enough, what?" Like, they clearly wanted me to do something, and now I can't because I'm doing something else. So like, fair enough. And I'm just
Fair
like, just tell me what you. I hate that.
Can you come out now? I'm asleep. Okay,
Fair enough. I'm just like,
It's just polite. That's
it's not
all
polite.
It is.
Have a nice nap
It's
is polite.
Oh, fair enough.
I don't like it.
Fair enough. What did the woman say?
I got there was none of them that we were talking, and I got distracted by life. And now I'm not going to be able to find it because it's gone.
Oh, I thought you'd already
She
got it
said,
up.
I did.
Oh.
We talked over it, so I was like,
okay.
oh, okay, it doesn't matter.
But yeah, there's a few. I don't know how we've ended up on this conversation,
I
but
have
there's,
no
there's
idea.
certain. To be fair, it's probably something that I've wanted to talk about for a while. That
At the end of the day,
fucking
honestly, I
to
can't-
say I was so and so is an understatement.
I do. If you
winds
ever
me
say
up.
at the end of the day around me, I will say,
It gets dark.
no, I won't. I'll
Oh.
just say ultimately instead.
Yeah, but I suppose, yeah, but
Because ultimately is what you mean. At the end of the day, isn't.
no, because literally at the end of the day, it's the end of the day.
And not only that, but if
You don't
someone,
change your mind at the end of
but
the
if
day.
someone's like, look, at the end of the day, you can say what you want, but it doesn't blah 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 because you just normally bitchy gossip, right? That's not what
I
happens.
suppose that kind of what it means is if you argued it out all day, at the end of the day, the argument doesn't matter because this. I suppose that's where it comes
but
from.
it's just people use it to
But they use it for everything.
willy nilly.
Yeah, yeah.
Ultimately, has the same effect, and you don't sound like.
Yeah, but it's remembering to say it. It's more of a habit, I think.
I get that.
I think it is more of a habit. Same as to be fair and to be honest.
Yeah.
It means the same thing. To be honest, well, what was you going to lie to me?
Yeah, right. Or
What do you actually mean?
if anyone
So is
ever-
everything that you've said before that where you didn't say, to be honest, was that all lies?
yeah, or when everyone says like, "Don't take this the wrong way," but
You know what's coming then.
So I'm going to take it the wrong way.
Yeah. I'm not racist, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
not
take this
sexist,
the wrong way, but...
I'm not homophobic, but speaking of racism,
Oh, okay. Are we moving? Fucking, you're on it today.
I
Bang,
am.
bang, 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 bang.
a lot of footballers
Yes.
are currently.
Okay, this is going a completely different argument
It's getting
now.
heavy now. It's
Yeah.
getting serious. No, this is obviously a very serious matter. There's a lot of footballers recently.
Why has it changed? What's different?
Well, firstly, what's happened is just quickly they've started getting abuse on Instagram.
Yeah.
Which seems to be the recurring theme. Seems to be the emojis. So it's either the monkey emoji or gorilla emoji. Two black players. So Marcus Rashford had it. Twan Zebi had it. Another United.
Yeah, but these are
player.
their own fans sometimes
Sawyers.
as well.
Well, it's their own fans.
Yeah.
There was one where Ian Wright. This happened last year. Someone inboxed him. It turned out to be like a 12-year-old kid or a 14-year-old kid.
That's right, and he's been done for it, hasn't he?
He hasn't been done.
Oh,
for
he
it.
hasn't, because of his age.
I think that's what it was. So because Ian Wright made a statement this weekend where he's like, "I'm disappointed. I just not like I wanted like punishment for him out of vindication. It's just that he should be, like accountable for what he's done wrong." And I mean, I was thinking about like, how do you stop people doing this? Other than awareness and stuff like that, how do you hold people accountable for it? And I think the only way for me, in my eyes, would be, and I think we talked about this early on, one of the early podcasts when they were on about changing the internet and stuff like that and the privacy of it. If you had a company, say Google, for example, who made, because everyone uses it pretty much, or an equivalent of, depending on your browser or server or whatever, but you make a passport, so to speak, an internet passport, any other account you make gets linked to that.
Yeah.
So if you make a Facebook, a Twitter, a TikTok, Instagram, eBay account, Amazon, whatever it is, it all goes back with your thumbprint to that passport. So if all of a sudden you've done something racist or said something racist or sexist or homophobic or whatever it is, you can't hide from it because it always goes back to you, rather than it just being an IP address or an email address. Because I can go to a library now.
So you need more security when creating an account.
Yeah.
Rather than just an email address.
There's too much anonymity.
I'm full of shit
Yeah.
at hotmail.com. And that's it.
I can easily make a profile and have a picture of a fucking cat as my profile picture, and my name can be Jeff Fuck You.
Yeah.
And just go and give anybody I want abuse, and then delete it a month afterwards. And there's nothing then tying that to me. If they can find it, fair enough. But I think too many people have that window of.
Isn't it more of a, I'm guessing it's more of a security thing, I would imagine. Like you've then got too much personal information.
But no, because
And in terms of the ID, if you've got to send a picture of your passport or a picture of your driving license,
but then you make it in a way where it is secure. I mean, I'm not saying I can figure out the whole ins and outs of it just off the back of a 2-minute conversation, but there will be, you have security.
I'm pretty sure there's...
If you can make a payment online...
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? You've got your credit card details on there. Most people save them anyway because
Yeah.
I can't bother to type that in every time.
That's true.
And on your phone especially, everything's fucking on there.
If you're confident enough, the security enough to have your card details on there, then why would you not? Yeah, that makes sense. I think there's got to be an easier way to, in the interim, in terms of just, it recognises.
Yeah.
So if you've got a Facebook account and it's from your IP account, your IP address, and you log into a different account, why doesn't Facebook flag that up?
Yeah. Well,
Is this you?
Well, you do get
Why
that.
have you got two?
No, but you do. If you sign in using a different account, using a different computer, I do. I got like 2-stage verification on my Facebook or all my social media because I used to try and get hacked a lot. So when I sign in now, I get a text message where I have to put the code into the computer.
No, but I'm saying Facebook recognises you've got two accounts, is what I mean.
Oh, okay.
So it wouldn't allow that because why would you need two accounts?
What if you forgot your password?
Well, there'll be rules for that. But what I'm saying is, if you've got two active Facebook accounts and they're completely
No,
different,
I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
but I suppose then again, you've got same people in the same families and stuff like that in the same house. And
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just thinking of ways.
No, I agree.
that they could.
But I think that's conversation.
There's got to be stuff that they could do. There's got
but that's
to be.
what I'm saying. Rather than having to do it every time, so every single page you have to go through this whole like verification process.
It's just a generic.
If you have one, and everything stems from that.
Yeah.
So everything is a route back from that, and it can be Google because we're not using Google. I'm not saying Google has to do this. It could be a separate entity entirely.
A governing body,
But
such.
but the thing is, if you have that, then all of a sudden you verify your account to the person that you are. And if you don't have that, maybe certain websites say you can't come on here unless you have that verification to show that you are at least the person you say you are. That
makes sense. So you set up a verification account with that company, and then if you just have a button on there that says, "Well, who do you want to sign up to?" Oh, Facebook. Bang, click. Yeah. They use all your info off there. And you're in, done straight away.
And again, so if anything happens, it's like, well, we know who this person is, and we know all the other platforms he's on.
And it's traceable.
Yeah. And I'm not saying straight away ban people and stuff like that if they don't do it. And I get people that say, yeah, but I should have the right to browse without it. But the internet was made and social media was made as a brand new thing where no one really thought about these parts of it.
No, not at all.
And there has to be a point where you go, okay, it's working to a degree. It's great.
But it needs some changes.
But now it needs some changes. You need to be able to stop people feeling that they can just go, fuck you, you piece of shit, blah, 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 blah. I hope you die in a car accident.
Lock their phone and never think about it again.
Because they don't. No. Whereas the person reading it...
Different world.
And especially if you get 50 of them, because you didn't just kick the ball to the person the right way. Yeah. I'm a football fan, but at the same time, should I really... Does someone deserve abuse because of their job? And I put this on Twitter. I tweeted about Romain Sawyer's guy, a West Brom fan, a West Brom player, also a West Brom fan, off a fan. And I put up just in support of him, and someone was like, have a Snickers. And I'm sorry, yeah, you're right. We should be allowed to just be racist to players because they didn't kick the ball the way you wanted them to kick the ball. He's like, well, that's not what I meant. Well, that's what you're saying, though.
It is, yeah. You're not yourself if you're hungry.
Yeah.
Not really.
Well, yeah. But he was like...
You're not racist if you're not hungry. Have a Snickers.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it is that ability to do it, whereas you would never go to work and look your colleague in the face and go, have you cleaned them toilets? Yeah. You fucking shit you are.
Yeah, yeah.
You absolute piece of shit, and just fucking berate them in their face.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do their job properly. You wouldn't do it.
But it's almost
Nobody does it.
It's not only that, it's almost like doing, I can't do it as me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a costume and put it on so
Dress
he doesn't know it's me.
And then give them shit.
And then leave and come back and be like, oh, what happened?
It's the same amount of effort.
It is.
Setting up a separate account is the same amount of effort.
Then people make accounts just to troll and just
that's
to be
the thing, and
assholes
that's what you're fighting against.
Yeah.
It's not just someone having an off day, using their own account going, you're a fucking prick, bang, post. Yeah. It's somebody that specifically wants to abuse another person.
And the thing is, don't get me wrong, I do feel like if it's a 14-year-old kid who's sending emojis as a comment, most of them won't understand what they're doing. In the grand scheme of things, they won't. At that age, I'm not saying you're mindless, but you don't see the greater effect of it. And if you read about it happening, then it's like, well, fuck you, I'm pissed off. I know at the minute this is
going to annoy you.
Right, and that's all it is. Whereas there are people who take it to, people who go fucking to rally against this or that or for this or that, which is a whole different level of, enthusiasm behind race. Like people who are actively racist. Like I actively hate The Dark Knight Rises. I don't just hate that film. I actively hate it.
Right.
So if you mention it, I will go out of my way to say that film's shit and here are 7 reasons why.
Yeah.
Because I actively dislike it.
But you won't just start making monkey noises in someone's face.
Well, no, because not that much of a dick.
No.
And even with Christopher Nolan, I won't go, your film's shit, fuck you. The other two are all right, but that, I mean, I'm not going to actively hate it to that level. I'll be like, bro, what happened?
Would you?
Let's have a chat. Probably not.
Would you shout in his
No.
face?
Because what he's made the film now. What
Doesn't
fucking
care.
difference is it going to
No,
make?
exactly.
Like me going up to him saying, you know, yeah, you've done really well. It's got a great rating on
That
IMDb.
ultimately is the bottom line of it, and it's like, what are you changing?
Yeah.
What's last week you scored 3 goals.
Yeah,
you was
yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking hero.
Yeah.
This week you got sent off. Now I'm going to be racist to you.
Well, I think with anything, it's like
It makes no sense.
When they made the Ghostbusters film with women, everyone was outraged. Like, just don't watch it. It's like
It's
it's
just
not
an
hard.
easy thing
Yeah.
to jump on.
And I do think with football as well, because I've always got this thing about if you get that angry about football, then you need more joy in your life.
It's the bullying in playground. It's like however small or big or whatever it is, difference.
Yeah.
At school, kids will pick on that. You're tall.
Yeah. I've always said this.
What
If you're brown,
glasses,
it's the obvious
ginger,
thing.
whatever.
Yeah, a bit overweight or
You jump
whatever.
on it as a kid,
Yeah.
and it's that continuation as an adult. It's like I said last week, because if you're like when Beckham missed that fucking
Well,
when he got sent off. The week before, he was the nation's hero.
Yeah.
The following week, same people wanted to burn him.
Yeah.
Literally
Well, there were effigies.
burn his house
They
down
made
with
effigies.
him in it.
Yeah.
But what's the difference between that week and this week? It's just that they're pissed off. That person's no different.
And not only that, but
they're just annoyed at
he
that
did
person.
nothing at you. One man kicked another man
And that's the end of it.
in France, which is where it was. It happened in France.
The ref doesn't go, right, that's the end of the game now.
You watched it on the space box in your living room.
Exactly. It's like if what he did
I went, I hope he dies
directly had an impact
on your life.
on, even not even your life, even on the game.
I mean, well, it did have an impact on the game.
But they was already losing.
No, it was 2-2, went to penalties.
But so what about the 5 people that missed?
Yeah. Well,
Do you know what I mean?
They didn't miss 5 penalties.
You know what I'm
But, sorry,
saying?
No, I know what you're
He
saying.
didn't lose that game on his own.
No, he didn't. No, Argentina.
It wasn't him
Yeah.
versus Argentina.
No.
He got sent off.
Yes.
The ref ended the game and went, well, you got no players.
Right. That
David,
wasn't
you
what
prick,
happened.
what did you get sent off
And
for?
not only that,
Fair enough. That's had a direct impact on the result of what's happened.
but not only that, it shouldn't have been a red card in the first place.
I mean,
it shouldn't have been a red card.
he did lash out and kick
He
him,
barely touched him.
but he still kicked him.
And Diego Simeone rolled around like he'd been shot. But I digress. Yeah, I think ultimately what we need is ways to hold people accountable for their actions.
I agree.
Because there would be in other forms of life.
There is in other forms of
Well,
life.
yes.
If you're at work and you do wrong, you're held accountable.
Yeah.
If you break the law, you're held accountable.
Yeah.
It just seems the internet's a lawless fucking
is,
place.
yeah.
It's that simple. It's a fucking lawless
I get
place
why it was.
with no repercussions.
But I understand why it was initially, because we didn't know it would ever come to this point.
There's also the whole freedom of speech and that sort of thing. Fine. But don't say we're banning Donald Trump because we didn't agree with what he said,
Yeah.
but then allow all this other bullshit
Yeah.
with no repercussions.
I do think the freedom of speech thing is a bit dumb. When people say that, but what about the freedom
It's
of
an
speech?
easy argument.
It is, but it's like, why do you feel entitled to have freedom of speech?
Nobody's telling you to stop talking.
Yeah.
They just don't want you saying stupid shit on their Facebook page.
Right, and
Simple
like,
as that.
It's not like people are sewing people's mouths shut and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But like freedom of speech has to come with fine, but do you know what you're talking about? Is there a reason? Can you validate what you're saying? So if you're racist to someone to the point where you make monkey noises, for example, and they say, "But what about my freedom of speech?" Is that really freedom of speech?
It's the same as if you've got kids and you say to them it directly.
Yeah.
See that black bloke over there? He's a wanker. Why? Because he's black.
Yeah.
If that was you saying that to a child
Yeah.
and somebody else overheard that, wouldn't be acceptable.
Yeah, you couldn't say that's my freedom of speech. I'm allowed to say
I'm allowed
that.
to say that. Well, I mean, you're not
Yeah.
because it's not.
It's inciting hatred. It's instilling hatred.
But because it's on a Facebook page, people just go, "Oh yeah, well,
I'm
it's
allowed to
Facebook."
say it. Yeah, I'm allowed to say it.
It seems to be more acceptable.
And I think that's why when people get, I know you've been banned off Facebook 7,000 times now or something like that. And I get why sometimes you get frustrated because it's the context of it. You'll write the word, you'll say if I post something, you're like, dumb bitch, like blah, 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 blah. And then you'll get banned because you call me a dumb bitch.
Yeah, it's immediate.
And
Like,
it's like, I know you're joking, but Facebook don't know you're joking, right? So
it's
I understand.
like all or nothing.
Yeah, I understand there's grey area, and I guarantee, like, there will be people who get dropped into that and go, "I didn't do anything bad, and now I've been banned." Cool, but understand why it's there in the first place. You know what I mean?
But
if it was implemented, I mean,
you just think with a company that's worth billions of dollars for effectively harboring people's data.
Yeah,
that's all they do. They don't sell anything.
Yeah, no, that's true.
They don't produce anything.
That is true.
They don't make anything.
There's a thing I remember reading years ago that's saying, if a company doesn't need advertising, you're the product.
Well, yeah, of course. You are. Without us, Facebook isn't
And
a
Facebook
company.
doesn't advertise what they are. You don't see a billboard saying, join Facebook.
No.
Like, talk to your friends
But
around
on the same
world.
token, without us, Facebook isn't.
Well, it doesn't
it's
exist.
not a company.
It doesn't exist.
Because it can only be a company with
People.
its users.
Yeah.
Same as Twitter, same as Instagram. So they need to be more responsible to their product effectively.
I mean, there are more and more people. I remember years ago, I used to, like, if someone didn't have Facebook, I didn't trust them. Like, seriously, if I met someone in a bar and they were like talking blah blah, and I was like, oh, like, because it used to be like, what's your phone number or whatever, we'll stay in touch. But if I was like, add me on Facebook, they're like, they haven't got Facebook. As far as I'm concerned, you don't exist.
You're weird.
You're not a real human being. Now, not so much. No. There's people who do shy away from social media. I still find them weird. Don't get me wrong, but without judgment now.
Yeah, because there's a lot more. It's a lot more. Facebook is a very different place now to what it was 10 years ago.
But
very fucking different.
It used to be social networking.
That's
now
what I'm
it's
saying.
social media.
Yeah, it's a very different. There's whole industries based around Facebook.
Yeah.
Third-party industries.
Yeah.
That without Facebook wouldn't exist.
Well, there's a few things. Like
careers of people that wouldn't exist.
You can't sign into things unless you have a Facebook. I can't remember what it was. There was one example where there was a company of some, like an app, but you had to have a Facebook to sign in.
Or you couldn't use the app.
Couldn't use the app otherwise. Everyone was like, well, I'm not using it because I'm not getting a Facebook account for it.
Which is wild.
Yeah.
If you think about it, if you boil it down.
Yeah, that is wild. It is crazy.
How intrinsic, is that the right word? It is in our lives.
Yeah. But it is, I mean, Facebook has become
the norm. It's just, it's
beyond,
no different.
It's beyond normal, I'd say.
It probably is actually, because it's now like you've just said, it's now abnormal if you don't have it.
Yeah. Like, that's weirder than people who, like, people saying I've got Facebook. It's like, it's because MySpace wasn't really that. MySpace wasn't cross-generational.
It's more weird when an adult says they haven't got Facebook than it is an adult saying they can't drive.
Yeah, no, it is.
Do you know what I mean?
It is.
If someone said to you, oh, I don't drive, you're like, oh.
Do you live in a city? Like, that's my first thought. Like, I still find it weird if you're an adult and you can't drive.
If you haven't got Facebook, you're like, well,
what's wrong with you?
It's a whole world of questions.
Mine's always like, what are you hiding?
What are you hiding?
What are you hiding?
How do you speak to your friends?
Yeah.
How do you watch videos? How do you get your news?
I've got friends who were on Facebook for years and deleted it. I've got friends who are on Facebook and just lurkers and never really post, like the odd thing, but have never posted. And I've got people who put every single thought that happens on a fucking daily basis on there, and everything in between.
Yeah.
And I get why now it's not as relevant to have it, and more so because they've become the kind of company they've become and what they're representing and stuff like that in the news with other events and stuff. But it's still weird when someone is like, oh, I'm not on social media. What do you do with your phone?
What's the point of your phone?
That's what I said. I haven't got a TV. Like, what did your furniture face?
Yeah.
Face like?
It's true. It's like, what? Have you got a phone? Oh, yeah, I've got a phone. Why? Well, people ring me on it.
But there are people who still have flip phones, and I'm like, that I get. Like, if you want a flip phone and you don't want to use, because I remember there was a guy, Sebastian Younger, he's like a war journalist, and he was saying he's only got a flip phone. He was on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan's like, well, how do you like, check emails? I've got a computer. Like, I go to my computer and do my internet shit, and then carry on with my life.
And then that's it. Yeah.
Rather than having
Ed Sheeran,
constantly.
Ed Sheeran has no social media.
Does he not?
He doesn't have a phone. He has an email address. That's it.
That's all you need, essentially.
That's it. Everything gets done through email.
When you check your socials, do you check your email inclusively in that or no?
No, because mine brings it up on my phone. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, because whenever we get one for the podcast,
it pops up.
You tell me because I don't check the email.
No, right, okay. Mine. Unless
I've done something where I need to go to verify something if we're on a new platform.
I don't have many notifications.
Which we are on a couple of new platforms.
On my phone. I don't have notifications.
We're now on India's biggest podcasting platform.
Hi, India.
I'm not sure what it's called. I can't remember.
Oh.
But what's up?
Indian Spreaker. Hi.
Yeah.
But no, notifications wise, I have WhatsApp, messages, emails.
I hate WhatsApp.
I think that's probably it.
Is that your rotation?
That's it. They're the only things that I actively want to know about. Oh, Facebook Messenger, maybe. That's
Okay.
it. So it's my notifications are mostly messaging apps.
Okay.
That's it.
I think the ones I've
if
checked
someone
the most.
wants my attention,
Yeah.
they will text me, WhatsApp me, whatever, Instagram, Facebook, all that. They'll have none of them notifications on. And that was the best thing I ever did yet. Turning Facebook notifications off changed my fucking life. Top tip. Because you only then go on Facebook when you want to, rather than Facebook making you.
To be fair, I've probably got notifications on my notification screen from last week.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I don't interact enough to warrant a lot of
notifications. But if everyone came up, especially with me and my fucking poo arguments, you know what I mean? My shit time arguments, fuck me, my phone would never stop. My battery would be dead by 12 o'clock.
Yeah. No, I've got all my notifications on for those. I mean, I only really I check Twitter the most, more so on a news day. If something's happening globally, I'm on it. I'm watching the news. I'm like looking at Twitter at the same time the whole time. I'm like jacked in. Instagram, kind of like probably every couple of hours. I'm like,
maybe Instagram Messenger. I've got the notifications.
I hate when people message me who've got my number on Instagram message.
Yeah, but it's usually in response to something. I would find, and then you start the conversation. Yeah, but that's
and
after
I'm like,
that,
just take it over. So I will literally text someone, so I'm not replying on there again.
I've had conversations because my Instagram and Facebook are linked. So if I post something on Instagram, it auto posts on Facebook. And I will, and some people, for whatever reason, will comment the same thing. Because if they reply on Facebook, it only sends the notification to Facebook. If they reply on WhatsApp, on Instagram, it will go to there. But separately, not one, and it will go to both. But they will reply, so they'll check Facebook, read my stories, reply to the story, then go on Instagram, read my story, and reply to the same fucking thing with the same comment.
I get that.
And it's the same fuckers that Snapchat
Point at me.
that send it to their story and their friends.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that. Oh my God. If you're one of them people that Snapchat, I don't use Snapchat.
I don't use Snapchat.
On my Snapchat now, there's probably 2 people that still use it.
I forgot I had it.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I forgot.
But
no, I dated someone who I told I used Snapchat, and they were like 5 years younger than me. I was like 35 at the time, and they were like, "You use Snapchat?" And I was like, "No." The
only reason it pisses me off is because it puts that little fucking number next to the app, and you're like,
"Oh, I've moved it." It's like 4 screens in now.
Oh, I don't even look at it anymore, and it'll literally be, "Oh, I've got someone Snapchatted me." And I'll be like, I'll read it. And then I'll be like, oh, what's their story? It's the same fucking picture! And it's like, why have you sent it to me twice? Fucking does my head in.
That was so loud.
Fucking head in. I don't even know why I've got Snapchat. I might as well delete it.
Stop.
It fucking pisses me off.
Breathe.
It's just bought
We're having a moment. We're having a moment.
Just bought up.
You get very loud.
In the feels.
You're getting very excited.
I didn't even realise I was that angry about Snapchat.
I need you to have a moment. No one did. Breathe.
It's not even certain people. It's one fucking person that does it.
Breathe.
Thankfully, I no longer have that person on Snapchat.
Breathe.
For that reason.
Breathe.
I'm going to delete Snapchat. I'm going to do it now.
Do it now. Do it on the podcast.
I'm doing it now. Wait. See, it only comes in, when you scroll down.
Mine's literally, it's in a folder. I've got like
How do I delete it? So you want to search for it. I can't find it.
You've got it. So look, I'll show you. So you press it until it wobbles.
Snapchat.
Delete app.
Delete Snapchat. Delete. There we go. Gone. I probably should have fucking signed out for.
It's like Snapchat, Wish, Health, Domino's, Papa G's, Papa John's. Sorry, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Pizza Express, Nando's, and Subway. It's in my lifestyle folder.
So Snapchat's in with all the pizza.
With all the pizza.
I don't have folders. Do you have all your apps in folders?
Not all of them. So my first 2 screens are apps.
Yours is different. Why is your calendar there?
Because I like widgets.
Oh, is that your widget?
Fancy. And then my last one, I've got like a game.
Have you got the pictures widget where sometimes you... See, I have.
I don't care enough.
Sometimes I'll scroll up and then scroll that way. Like, all the way. And then it'll bring up a picture of me in a Greg's jumper.
Also, life hack. I've got it on that screen, so if you swipe that way...
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, your pictures.
That was in Romania. Life hack. If you want to buy a new phone... But you can't justify it. Just change your apps around, change your wallpaper.
It's like
honestly, change your wallpaper, get a new screen cover.
Change it to day mode or night mode, whichever one's different. Yeah,
right, get a screen cover, clean your phone properly, get new wallpaper for your lock screen and your home screen,
Yeah.
and just move a couple of apps around.
Yeah.
Because essentially, when you buy a new phone, the novelty wears off. Within especially if you upgrade an iPhone.
Yeah, because it looks exactly the
It's
same.
the same fucking
Yeah, it's
thing.
exactly the
So
same.
just move things around a bit. New
Yeah.
phone,
True story.
new phone,
You heard it here first, kids.
life hack.
It makes sense.
We are coming towards the end.
We are. We also forgot to mention it at the beginning.
We've got a competition.
We should have mentioned it at
we
the
were
beginning.
meant to, at the start. We were like, "We'll say we've got a competition."
Could we
but
say it now and edit it in? Can we do
no,
that?
say it and then watch if I edit it in.
Okay. So we have got a competition coming up,
We have.
and it's cool as fuck.
It's rad.
But we
I
need,
want to
we
win
need-
it.
We will let you know how you can enter at the end of the podcast.
Yeah, but don't skip because we might drop bits throughout.
See, why did you say that?
Oh, you told me not to say
I
that.
told you specifically said don't
Don't
say that.
Yeah, you did. And I said, but I'll try.
It
not
doesn't
to.
matter now because they're at the end, so they're only going to skip like 3 minutes. So it
Probably,
doesn't
yeah.
really matter.
So,
Unless you put it in the beginning.
Which
and then
I
it's
told you I wasn't
Inception.
going to do
No,
anyway.
That's true. But anyway, we've got a cool as F competition.
so you can win
Yes,
this.
which is a skateboard deck
Yes.
printed with one of these 3 logos.
Yep.
Ding.
One of 3
We've also got mugs, hoodies,
mugs
and stickers.
and stickers.
And we're going to do a combination of prizes. So the top prize is going
I
to be...
don't want to give the stickers away because I really like them, but I will.
The top prize is going to be a skateboard deck, a hoodie, a mug and a sticker. And we're going to do that 3 times.
Yeah, so we're going to pick someone off. You have to be subscribed on YouTube.
Yep.
You have to like us on Facebook, or you have to follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
So one of the 3. If you do all 3, you have more chance of
So
winning.
we will pick a winner off each platform,
Yeah.
basically. If the likes
After a whole
follows,
conversation about people who don't have social media.
Yes.
But if you've got YouTube or whatever, so you can subscribe on one, like on the other, follow on the other. If you do all 3, you got more chance of winning. We will just pick randomly. Either we'll try and film it or we'll just pick someone and we'll post it on
while we're on this note, 86% of our traffic have watched people that watch on YouTube
Aren't subscribed. Yeah.
86% aren't subscribed. If anybody's watching this to the end, thank you.
Yeah.
Please just press that subscribe and press
Yeah.
the notification bell
Yeah.
because you will get a little notification. And you turn your notifications on. I turn mine off, but YouTube they are on. But just turn your little notifications bell and then turn them on. And then when we upload, you'll get a little notification.
Oh, and also,
Easy.
I was told that because the 7 a.m. they come out at 7 a.m. on Wednesdays. YouTube bang on the dot every single fucking week. Apparently, Spotify and Apple sometimes are a bit late.
Oh, okay.
So we use one hosting app, and they all go out from there. So if it ever is late, it is out.
It is out. It's always
just-
out at 7 o'clock.
Every Wednesday, 7 a.m. GMT, it comes
Scheduled.
out. But if it's ever late, it's not
It's not us. It's so
them.
get off our backs, bro. Don't at me.
Don't have me.
But yeah, please like, follow, subscribe on the social media. And
We are, yeah, like we appreciate.
YouTube.
Obviously, we've had a break in the year. We should be on 52 episodes now, technically.
Well, really?
Yeah, because we've done a
Is that
year.
how many? Oh, yeah, that's
52
true.
weeks in a year.
Quick maths.
Right, quick math. But we are on 31.
Yeah.
So we've obviously missed out on 21 podcasts
So make sure you watch them all back twice,
because,
just to make up for the ones that we've missed.
yeah, well, and the guest ones can kind of like be included.
Yeah, the
in
guest
that, I
ones as
guess.
well. Yeah.
We've got the Q&A coming out. That should be out on, no, that will be out on Sunday. I'll put it out for Sunday.
But yeah, please just subscribe.
Yeah,
Just get our numbers up, please.
tell some friends
We
as
really
well.
appreciate everybody over the last year
We do.
that has watched, followed, interacted,
Interacted,
whatever
yeah,
you've done.
especially because I know a lot of people. I think that was one thing I noticed with we're going to do the quiz thing. I'll try and do it weekly if I can get on it weekly. Just because it's nice having interaction off people as well.
Yeah, it's cool. Also, if you like the video, like the video, please. Just a little thumbs up. That's all you need to do. We appreciate it, and it helps us so much. If you want to leave a comment, we're getting a few more comments, but it's cool.
I've only had one beer.
It's because we've been so talking about piss. That's why.
I've never
Put you
only
off.
had. What? That's amazing.
It's put you off. That's how good this podcast was. There's your
I was
strap line.
engrossed.
This podcast was that
So
good.
good.
I only had one beer. The devil. That's what you can do. There's
That's
your
my quote.
There's your quote.
That's my quote.
But yeah, so that's us. Thank you very much. Our competition will be on all social media.
Yes.
And we will talk about it again next week. So we will announce the winners next week.
We will, and it's Valentine's Day next week
And
as
it's
well.
Valentine's Day.
we're
So
gonna get-
we
we're
will
gonna get
announce the
sexy.
winners with a kiss to each other. Stay tuned. Peace out. Peace
Peace
and love. Bye.
and love. Bye.